Lana is the best. Lana number one. Lana is the best. Lana number one. Lana is the best. Lana number one. Lana is the best. Lana's number one. Lana is the best. Lana number one. Wait a second. Bree's number one.
Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, wake up! Welcome to the after party! Wake up, put your hands up, put them up! It's time that you make your voice heard! Wake up, put your hands up, get them up! Hell yeah!
So, you get $1 million, right? But every time there's a first ever women's match, your anus prolapses. You taking that money?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
$1 million, I can buy a new anus, dude.
Imagine the pain that you would have to feel with your anus falling out of your body.
Yeah, well, you know, as long as on Monday nights and Tuesday nights and Sunday nights I'm nowhere near where anybody would look at my anus, I can deal with that.
It's not a looking at anything thing. It's a you will feel the pain there thing.
Yeah, but I could feel that pain in my Ferrari or on my jet ski or on my boat.
It's $1 million goes quick.
Yeah, and it goes real quick when you're me, but just saying.
I don't know, man. That's a hard...
you asked the question. I gave you an answer.
That's
How's my answer wrong?
I'm not saying it's wrong. Everyone is entitled to their own answers in this particular scenario. However, no way in hell.
They're running out of first.
It'll
It's a
still
good time
be a
to take
while.
it.
How
It's a
many
good time
times?
to take it.
How many times are you willing to have your anus fall out of your body?
Apparently quite a few, because there's $1 million on the line.
First
Do
ever
it.
women's Inferno match.
Yeah.
Boom, it's gone.
Yeah.
First ever women's something on a pole match. That's probably not the first.
That's been done.
It's not the first. They wouldn't do it now anyway.
Anyway, we are the Still Real After Party. I am your host. My name is Zanca. My co-host here, Jake, with his tight anus.
Consensual penis, my friend.
Yes, so Enzo dropped a rap song album coming soon.
It's a song, or it exists.
Dude, I'll say this. Some of it made me laugh.
Yes, but I don't know if that's what he was going for.
I'm going to go ahead and say I would not spend 99 cents to have it on my iTunes. I can tell you that.
But
hey.
If he gave it away for free, maybe... No, I don't want it then either.
And dude, I have like All Star by Smash Mouth.
That's a good song.
I have MMMBop by Hanson.
That's a great song.
Just saying, like there's some songs on there that, you know, not a lot of people would dig that I dig, but Enzo's real one is not gonna. The Phoenix is not gonna be one.
Yeah, it was not good.
Video was funny though.
It was, and it was taking shots at wrestling fans, which is weird because I don't know. He shouldn't really bite the hand that feeds, even though they're the ones who kind of let him go.
I do like how he was wearing the shirt that he supposedly got the day he was fired. That was the shirt he was wearing.
Was it? I didn't even notice.
Yeah,
like,
there's some Easter eggs in
I
there.
saw the... Yeah, I'm sure there's a ton. It's like the Donald Glover Childish Gambino video with all the stuff in the background.
Different.
Okay, yeah, but as far as like background stuff and Easter eggs go, same deal.
I got you.
Yeah,
I see where you're going.
but it shouldn't exist. He's gonna do more, so it doesn't really matter.
He had a sweet red leather jacket though.
Yeah, no, he looked great. I like the look without the beard, like the full beard. He looks real good. But yeah, no, he's going full in with this real one stuff. Got the tattoo and everything, and hopefully good things happen with him. I want to see success.
Like I said on the interwebs, not enough face tattoos to really make a rap career these days. So
Please
unless he's
say
willing
that.
to get a real one tattooed above his eyebrow.
I hope he doesn't. And I hope no one ever does that again. And I hope all these tattooed face rapper or whatever. Okay, we just heard a noise. Neither of us knew what it was, so that's why we went silent. And I'm not gonna pause shit.
No, dude, I thought either you were ripping ass and it was like really loud because my feet were rumbling, or we were having an earthquake.
I thought it was thunder, so I was like, ooh, thunder.
Like Thunder in Paradise with Hulk Hogan.
Oh, speaking of Hulk Hogan, you see what he did on Twitter?
No, please inform me. Did you like how smooth that was for me to transition
that was pretty good,
because you said you wanted to touch on this?
And you have no fucking clue.
I really honestly don't know.
So yeah, I heard about it earlier. I don't know if you remember Ryan Dunn from Jackass.
I do,
He
yes,
died a
yeah.
while ago.
Yeah, in a car wreck, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan, like yesterday or something, earlier this week, he posted I miss my friend Bam Margera or something with a picture of him and Bam. And then later on, he meant Ryan, but he posted a picture of him and Bam. So for however long Ryan's been dead, I guess Hulk Hogan just thought Bam Margera died.
Real close friends. Well, to be fair, I mean, who hasn't thought Bam Margera's been dead?
Well, I know his career's dead, but
I mean, he went through some shit.
that is so. I feel so bad, but like.
No, that's funny.
It was very
That's
funny.
funny. I mean, you guys forget Hogan's basically a senior citizen.
He's
right?
got to be. Yeah,
So,
that's got to be it. It's got to be him forgetting who people are.
He's taking some chair shots to the head for sure.
Like actual ones.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Not these pussy ass shits that we see today.
That was funny though, dude. I had no idea.
Yeah, that was a real thing. It was. I could not believe it, but well, I could believe it, but I didn't want to believe it.
Yeah, It's Hogan, man. It's what he does. There's a dude right there who should stay off the internet. He's gonna pull a Roseanne again.
Oh boy,
like he's already had the bad video drop once.
I think he knows better now. Roseanne is an idiot.
Yeah,
and Hulk Hogan might know better. I think.
I'm saying though, that's one of those posts where he was going for sympathy, like trying to get some likes, like I got this picture of my
good
dead
pal,
friend.
my good pal Bam Margera passed
even the
away.
right guy.
Passed away 7 years ago or whatever. Nope, no, he's super alive.
Good for you, Hogan.
Yeah,
he's dropping the leg drop on his career, and I love it.
Yeah, it's bad. He ain't doing shit now.
You want to talk about?
He's still
Raw?
got a bunch of money. I don't know. I don't want to. I don't want to talk about Raw. No, Raw made me sad.
I thought Raw, for me personally, was exactly how I think it's been for a long time, where it started off really well and then got really bad. So as long as if you're tired on a Monday night, you can turn it off around the 10 o'clock, about 10:15, because usually on the carryover, if you're on Eastern time.
Here's the thing.
That's when they start to go downhill.
I watched the Hulu version as I do, and even then I was like, this is not good.
Yeah, it had some points. That was some like the matches were
and
good.
I watched it on YouTube, but they cut out the B team. It's like Hulu doesn't even acknowledge they exist.
That was my favorite part.
I know it was mine too, and it wasn't even on the actual
favorite.
broadcast. Well, how was it people's least favorite?
I thought it was.
That was the only entertaining part about Raw, other than Braun and Kevin Owens.
Yeah,
that's it.
And Sammy
and Elias,
and Bobby Lashley, they had a weird segment. Yeah, it was a lot of weirdness, but
it was a lot of weirdness. I mean, we can just go right into it, I guess.
Let's hit it up, dude.
Braun starts the show, which is always a positive. Get the crowd going, you know.
Fun fact: no Roman this week either.
Yes,
Taking
Roman
some time off,
which is a good idea, I think. Kind of make not make people forget about him, but have him off TV for a couple weeks and then have him come back and do something hopefully special and heel. I want him to do heel things.
If I didn't even I only know because of the shit we do, but I was. As soon as Raw started, I'm like, all right, here comes Roman.
Well, yeah.
And it was Braun, and I was like, oh, yeah, that's right. Roman's not going to be there today.
Oh, did they announce it or something?
No, not really.
You just kind of knew?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we had a promo between Braun and Finn, just kind of going back and forth because they're in a mini feud right now, which is great.
I like this Finn character now.
He's like tweenery.
Yeah,
a little.
but it wasn't so laughy, look at me. It was more just like, yeah, I'm gonna whoop your ass or whatever, you know.
Yeah, I like the character work that Finn's doing. Obviously, Braun is the same character he has been for a little while now, and that's perfect.
I like how Semi was trying to talk shit, Finn was, and Braun just picked him up and threw him across the ring. like it was fucking nothing, dude.
Yeah, it was, I don't know, I like these two together. I like whatever they're doing. They have really good chemistry, both in the ring and out of the ring. So I hope it continues. I hope it continues through Money in the Bank, even, if one of them doesn't win. Or even if one of them does win, you can still carry on a storyline with one of them with the briefcase, so... This led to a match. It was Finn Balor and Braun Strowman, which, again, didn't that main event last week?
Yeah, it's been a lot of that on Raw recently.
Which is fine, because it was still a really quality match.
Yeah.
It just kind of had a wonky finish this time. Kevin Owens, right?
Yeah.
I think I'm losing my mind because I don't remember anything about Raw.
Dude, you don't remember?
I have it in
was
front of
funny
me.
because Kevin Owens whooped some shit around and then, started running away, and Braun picked up, looked like an 18-foot ladder and chucked it down the rampway.
Yeah, you're right.
In my head, I'm like, dude, if he misses just the slightest, he's taking out some poor Make-A-Wish kid on the side there.
Yeah, I know. They had to have practiced that because there's no way...
It doesn't matter, though.
It was too perfect. It was too clean.
Like, the ring's an actual mat. If that starts to come up a little bit while Braun's running to throw that thing and he trips and takes out six Asians in the front row, dude, he's all done.
Yeah, it could have been bad, but it was well done.
It was well done.
Since it worked, it was well done.
I like Kevin Owens backstage running, trying to get his car. That shit was funny, man. Freaking out on the valet.
Yeah, I mean, I like when they kind of carry a storyline throughout the night, and they did that with Braun and Kevin Owens. So that was good. Next up, we had Elias
For a while.
for a while,
Yeah.
but that's perfect.
It was good.
He
yeah.
works for. He's one of the few people that works in these long segments because he knows how to talk and he knows how to get the crowd both behind him and completely against him. I'm pretty sure he called everyone like dirty or something, and it was really funny. I think they were in South Carolina.
Yeah,
So,
he nailed it.
it was
everything
great.
He said, I've been there. So.
You've been to South Carolina?
Oh yeah.
For what?
I was in a band. We toured all around, man.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I forgot about you and your music things.
But yeah, so he nailed all that. It was pretty funny, man. So yeah, he
Elias,
was out there.
yeah.
He made it through a commercial break. I was so wanted to know just how he was getting that crowd ramped up throughout the commercial break.
I know, because yeah, it comes back from commercial. He's still sitting there. The crowd's like behind him, but not. It's the weirdest thing with Elias. He's pretty much just running them down, and they still love him, except for that crowd. That crowd kind of, I mean, they still love him on the inside, but they were definitely, he got some heat there. It was
called
great.
him dirty.
He called him something. Yeah, it was or disgusting.
Yeah.
I think he called him disgusting, and it was just, I don't know, it was just an all around good segment. And he threatened to leave. Everyone cheered, and then Seth Rollins came and burnt it down.
Yeah, he just kind of told him, "Here you go. There's the exit. You may leave
He
now."
tossed his stool, and he's
Yeah.
like, "Fuck off, get out." And then he did.
And then a miracle happened.
What happened?
Seth Rollins and Jinder Mahal had a good match.
I know, it was really weird.
Not surprised about the Seth part, but
No.
Seth can wrestle with anybody. This tear
100%.
he's been on with this IC strap, he's been tearing it up left and right. Every match has been must see. Every match he's done something a little different. Again, even the match against Kevin Owens there, I believe it was even a tag match, but when they did that second, it was a simple thing. It wasn't anything major, no backflips or but like when Owens like barrel rolled to get out from the curb stomp, and he just stayed with it. Like little shit like that. He's been adding into these matches, so it's not the same mundane thing where it's I get all the offense, come back, and lose, blah blah blah.
And his
So-
shiny red gear is fucking awesome.
It's
It
nice
looks like
looking, yeah.
Deadpool. It reminds me of Deadpool, and that's a great movie and everything about it. Oh, I forgot to ask. We're already deep into Raw. What did you do this Memorial weekend? We had a long weekend. That's why it feels like
The
you didn't do
memorial
shit.
stuff. Yeah,
You have
cooked
a
out.
barbecue,
Yeah.
a B-team barbecue.
B-team barbecue, a lot of dick-shaped foods, sausages, hot dogs, you know the drill.
That makes sense, especially for you.
Oh yeah, dude.
I just kind of wanted to touch on it because I played a game. It's called Detroit Become Human. It's about androids, and it was fucking neato. And that has nothing to do with wrestling, but hey, life happens sometimes. I don't just watch wrestling.
Well, I have no idea what you're talking about. That could have been good for the TMZ Teach Me Zanca shit we're gonna be doing.
Hey, there's a lot more to elaborate on, I mean, there's not just, that's just a
Dude.
name, and what's it about,
You said robots, right?
Yeah, androids, yeah.
My kid's 3.
Okay.
He's deathly afraid of robots.
Really?
Not clowns.
How does he even, know what a
nothing else.
robot is?
I don't know. I don't know what the fuck he does when I'm not there.
Is there like a weird cartoon or something with robots?
Couldn't tell you. All I know is I went to an ATM, a bank, going through the drive-thru, and the lady was talking through the microphone, and my kid shit a brick thinking the robots are out to get us.
Well, he might be right, too.
He could be
So,
right, yeah.
That's what this game's kind of about.
So I can tell him, be like, dude, don't worry, Jake's got the robots under control.
Yeah, I took care of the robots.
T1000, these motherfuckers.
I only had them lead an uprising or whatever. It's fine. You didn't hear it from me.
Okay, good.
So yeah, it was Jinder Seth, good match, and it ended kind of wonky again.
I like how Seth was just like, fuck it, let's just get DQ'd.
Yeah,
It wasn't even like a real thing.
he got angry because of the little fucking midget man that hangs around with Jinder.
It's funny though, because he took care of him, and
Yep.
then he went out and got the chair, and he was like, I'm done.
After Jinder had used it already, and it was, I don't know, the finish was weird, but I get it.
Yeah.
Because it led to Seth celebrating for some reason, even though we lost, on
Well,
the announce table.
It was his birthday.
It was his birthday.
You have to lose on like your birthday or if you're in your hometown. Right.
But he got up on the announce table. This is where it got kind of interesting, because the match happened, and it was that.
He Ortoned him, dude.
Yeah.
It was out of nowhere.
Fucking Elias comes up and just nails the shit out of him with his guitar, and it blows up, and he falls comically down to whatever the fuck was on the ground. A table, I guess.
I don't think there was
anything.
Yeah, I think he just hit the ground.
It looked painful, and they really played it up.
Yeah, it was pretty dope, man. Like I said, he came out of nowhere. I thought they were going to commercial break with him on the table.
Do you remember what I said last week? What I wanted to
Definitely
see?
not, dude.
Yeah,
I don't
of course,
remember what
good
you
point.
said 5 minutes ago.
I don't remember what I said at all. I do remember this, though.
Okay.
I said, give me Elias versus Seth Rollins for the IC title. And what am I gonna get?
You're gonna get
I'm gonna get Elias versus Seth Rollins for the IC title. Someone's listening.
somebody?
No.
Nobody's listening.
No one's listening at all.
Actually, we've been doing record numbers, which is pretty dope.
Don't tell them. We need to act like the underdogs.
We're still the underdogs.
That's true. So that was the fun part. And then we got to shit because it was Nia. And she's bad.
I thought this was her best promo.
Ugh.
How could you not think it was?
It was, but that's not saying much.
Look, she was off the... All right, basically, her and a jobber, and she's basically doing an exhibition.
Jobber was cute. Like, I'll give the segment that.
Well, either way, I enjoyed it, actually. I thought this was Nia's best performance. 100%
It was, but that doesn't matter, because she's just... Okay, here's the thing. I think here's my biggest problem. I get that she has to be the heel in this scenario, but she is literally playing into exactly what Alexa Bliss was talking about before this.
Yeah.
So it's kind of convoluted and weird.
Well, I think they really, did as much as they could with the, she's overweight gimmick thing. You know what I mean? Like, how maybe could they carry that on forever?
Well, no, and they shouldn't.
Right.
But also now she's a bully. Like that's her gimmick again. Like that's exactly what Alexa Bliss was saying.
You and I have both said though that her as a face didn't really work.
I agree, but she's still not a face. Yeah. That's the worst part. Like have her go full dominant heel, and things may be a little bit better. Keep her off the mic. Have her just destroy everyone in her path. Putting her in a feud with Ronda is the fucking worst idea right now, because that will kill any momentum, for sure.
As a face.
As anything, in my opinion. Putting anyone with Ronda right now, that's why Stephanie and Triple H was great, because they have no momentum to lose. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So, it's just, I don't know, it's a weird thing going on.
See, I've been pretty negative on, and not in a bad way, but on Nia and people like Big Cass, and they both, this week, I feel, had their best showing, so I got to give credit where credit is due. I thought this was a great showing for Nia for two reasons. It didn't seem too scripted. Every time she picked up the mic, she was, in the moment, it felt like. Mm-hmm. And she had a couple funny barbs, the arm bars don't bother me. Oh, then I'm going to do this. And then she picked the girl up and threw her. I actually thought it was one of her better matches, even though it wasn't a real match.
That doesn't even make any sense. It wasn't a match. No
Name a better match she's had. I win.
Yeah, you're right.
I thought, I liked it, man. I like that she's dominant, or she was showing to be dominant.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not behind it. I don't think I will be either. And I like Ronda a lot. Like, I'm definitely Team Ronda in this whole thing, but this is boring to me.
See, I'm not even saying I like the whole segment as a whole, because Ronda wasn't even a part of it for me.
Not really.
I guess, you know what I mean? She didn't do much. She didn't say too much on the mic.
I think that's part of the problem, though.
Yeah.
I like Ronda on the mic, and she needs the extra time and the work, but give her stuff like this to do. I mean, she just went in, stared at her, and I was like, ha ha ha, that's funny. Yeah. Like, which I get you're trying to play down her dominance, Ronda's dominance, but I don't know. I'm not excited for the match. This build has been weird.
Yeah, and again, this is nothing against Nia either, but I'm not going to be excited for too many of her matches, because
she's not that great.
Well, it's not even that, but a lot of these girls are going to have trouble with
wrestling with her. Right. No, you're right. But yeah, I mean,
it's a lot like a Big Show match. Back in the day when he was really before he really kind of found his groove, right, as he did towards the end of his career. Mm-hmm. A lot of his matches were just exactly how Nia's matches have been, where they've been pretty
booked all the same.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I
tell you what, I really feel like I'm not. I mean, I guess this is not really a big deal, but I think it's going to be a no DQ type situation. Some like Natalya will come out, or something weird is going to happen at Money in the Bank.
It's going to be something like that.
But I really feel like whoever wins the women's Money in the Bank might possibly be on Raw, or I don't know. They got to find a way to get the title off Nia.
I agree, and I have theories, but we'll get to that more on whenever our predictions are. I think it's not next week, but the week after, if I'm doing my weeks correctly, and I'm probably not.
Better start fucking warming up that chest, boy.
I'm gonna lose. Shot. Like, I know some of my predictions already, and I'm going to fucking lose.
I don't know. I got a few, actually, in my head. Yeah, actually, the card's pretty much shaped up.
I mean, for the most part, I'm sure there'll be, like, one or two more matches. Mm-hmm. Like, Lashley and Sami Zayn just got added. That's a toss-up, in my opinion. I think I know the answer there, but who knows? They do some weird shit with them, clearly.
Oh, yeah, really weird shit. Yeah. Let's just skip to that segment real quick, because we're already on it. It makes sense. We don't have to go in chronological order.
No, and this doesn't have any place on the card anyway.
Sami Zayn, funny again. Some points. It's dragged on a little bit long, even for me, because, I mean, actually, you're just like me. We both like bad shit. We find it funny, you know what I mean? And this whole thing has been bad, but kind of funny sometimes, but not funny. You know what I mean?
This was better than last week. I'll give them that.
Bobby Lashley has no charisma on the microphone, and that's I know he came out with the cheap pop because it was Memorial Day. They got him cheers, but before that...
Well, that was good. I mean, I like stuff like that.
Yeah, you would. Well, I don't give a shit about that stuff. That's the John Cena thing, you know what I mean? Do it to get your cheap pops. I respect everything about Memorial Day. I have family, all that shit.
Right.
But You can tell when some of that shit's kind of a little
Oh, yeah.
weird. But because he was getting booed when the mics died down before he said
Yeah.
the whole moral thing,
Yeah.
there was boos. Then they said that he got the cheap pop.
Well, because they put him in a program with Sami Zayn, one of the most over people in the company. Like, why? That's foolish to me.
You're gonna realize that this whole thing has been terrible booking for Bobby Lashley. Down the road, when you're realizing that the crowd's just not behind him as a babyface.
You're not talking to me, right?
No, I'm
'Cause
talking
I
to
already realized
WWE.
it.
I'm talking to the folks that are got an ear to this.
Yeah.
That's where you screwed up. You got to either turn the motherfucker heel or make this weird shit disappear ASAP.
I mean, it would have been fine if he came in face for like a couple weeks and then like turned on Roman or something. Like,
They're screwing him up by giving him a microphone.
I agree.
It's never
Well,
been his strong
yeah,
suit.
yeah,
Never.
that's true.
Even in TNA, he got a little bit better, but they really minimized it.
yeah, he should be a heel by now. It's the same with like Bobby Roode. They should just
I
be
got
heels.
some thoughts on Bobby Roode.
That's fine.
His losing streak that he's been on right now,
Yeah.
it's definitely the start
little
of
frustration.
The starts of a heel turn.
I hope you're right.
I feel like, I've heard backstage that Vince McMahon's not the biggest Bobby Roode supporter. Triple H, however, is.
That makes sense.
So,
Triple H. I mean, Vince McMahon doesn't like guys that were from TNA, except for Bobby Lashley for some reason.
I feel like he would give them more than enough shot, but he's realizing what we were realizing, that Bobby Roode's getting no crowd reaction other than the Glorious when he's in the ring. His matches are a lot like Orton. Remember how he was fighting Orton?
boring face Bobby Roode right
That's
now.
what we're all saying,
Whereas in NXT, he was exciting heel
I
Bobby
believe
Roode.
he's facing Braun next week, so I see him
That
picking
makes
up another
sense.
L, and I
Yep.
really feel like this is going to be the start of something really good for him, because him as a face is just not, it's not working.
If anything, it'll be the Raw after Money in the Bank that he turns. Hopefully,
Yeah, I think you're going to see some situations where it's really going to start to take
because
shape.
it seems to me like it's kind of a they call there's the big four obviously, but in my opinion it's kind of the big five now because they treat Money in the Bank as a bigger pay-per-view.
They should. It's a
like
lot like
it's
the
like
Royal
4.5.
Rumble.
It's the big 4.5 because it's a huge pay-per-view because of the stipulation.
That's what I mean when I say it's a lot like the Royal Rumble. The winner
So-
gets to go to WrestleMania. But
Exactly.
this could happen anytime. The Money in
Exactly.
the Bank is so exciting. It's such a great
I know,
thing.
I love it. So, and I think they're treating it that way too.
Right.
The card looks pretty good. All the matches, like the Money in the Bank matches, are stacked. I do have a problem with one of them, but we'll get to that. But yeah, no, it's. I think they're gonna treat the Raw and SmackDown after it too.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a little like the Big Four after Raws and after SmackDown, stuff like that. We'll see. It's a lot up in the air for now. So we talked a little bit about the B Team barbecue.
Rhino
It was just-
stole the show
It was
from
just fun. It was a ton of fun. I don't know why you said people didn't care for it.
Yeah, there was some back, like, just, this was, why do they do this stuff? But, like,
You could ask why they do a lot of things. This was one of the most entertaining segments on the show.
Titus fucking had me dying.
Titus is
There's no
fantastic.
seasoning on
Yeah.
none of this.
Titus is fantastic, and he always is when you give him a mic,
Yeah.
generally. Rhino just sitting in the background eating bologna sandwiches is
stole it from him,
hilarious. And then they had a food fight in the middle of a ring. That's funny shit. And it reminds me of like the early 2000s era where, like, we talked about this a little last week. Not many people were really I mean, a ton of people were watching still, but it's kind of one of those forgotten eras. But they did fun things like this, and it worked. And in this case, it worked for me.
If nothing else, it got the B Team more over. You
Exactly,
know what I
and
mean? That's the point of silly stuff like this.
And it got them a potential tag team title shot,
And it got all the jobber tag teams that they have on Raw some screen time.
which was great.
Right, exactly.
All these jobber tag teams have personality. So, like, a lot of them got to show it. Titus was there, Rhino, Slater, all them. They were all there, and they got to showcase something, you know,
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to just not being on TV at all. So it was fun.
Couldn't agree with you more.
And then they gave a fucking hug and a high five to Kurt Angle in his
right, yeah,
blazer
yeah.
and whatever. It was great. So yeah, there's tag team turmoil or something next week that'll determine a new number one contender.
And I like that. I really feel like they just got to hurry up. The Bray Wyatt, Matt Hardy thing is not working.
It's slow.
It's just slow, and it's not getting...
We actually completely skipped over their match.
So did everyone else.
Exactly, because they were in a match with the Ascension. Who cares?
It just... I like them as a tag team.
Exactly.
They're not getting promoted
Here's
like they should.
what they need to do, and they haven't for some reason. More pre-filmed, like, deletion stuff. That's what they need. Not just backstage promos. Have stuff at the Hardy compound. Have stuff with Skarsgård, the dilapidated boat. Have stuff with Vanguard 1, Senior Benjamin, even the kid, like King Maxwell, like any of that.
There's so much
There's so much
potential.
there,
Yeah.
and he owns all of it now. So there's no reason they shouldn't be doing all of that and taking full advantage of it.
Since they've gotten the tag team titles, I just feel like they've really dropped the ball on them as a team. There's so much backstory you could put into this, like you were saying with all that stuff. There's so much more.
Yeah.
But basically, all that's happened is they come out, They defend their titles in a weird match, and then
Not
it's
even.
over. Right.
I don't think they've defended their titles since.
Well, they have, I think, 3 title defenses or 2 title
Really?
defenses. Yeah.
I haven't remembered them.
Exactly. Well, that's what I mean, though. Yeah.
Because they haven't been in a memorable feud since they've had it over a month, like, right? I'm pretty sure. And there's been nothing memorable about it, which sucks because they're both great personality guys, pretty decent wrestlers.
It'd be kind of cool. There's so many. All right, like in my head, I automatically think McIntyre and Ziggler have to win the title soon. They're just the most put together, looking, formidable team. But I think it would be way cooler if they took Bray and Matt and started having them kind of almost Shang Tsung the souls out of some of these teams and have them become all zombies until they run the whole tag division except one team. Like having the Ascension and like the Hardy, Wyatt,
Hardy compounds,
having them like follow them as kind of druid type things. Having the B team eventually once their whole like gimmick dies down, which will be in a couple of weeks. I mean, having them druids with them would be kind of cool. There's just so many jobs. Brazongo. I mean, they're not doing anything with these guys. Just build a massive kind of stable, and then they could just go up against the new babyface tag team that they're gonna bring in.
All the moves from SmackDown to Raw with the tag teams were the most bizarre things on the planet.
I forgot about AOP. I mean, they haven't even really...
They haven't been on TV in like 3 weeks, and that's weird. I don't know if they're trying to protect them from stuff like this. Like, they don't want them to be in that barbecue segment, obviously. Same with Drew and Dolph. They don't want them in something like that. These were just all the tag teams that are doing nothing, and they're like, oh, okay, let's have a tag team title match, or a turmoil match or whatever, to do something.
I'm telling you, let fucking Matt Hardy make them all zombies. Everybody that was in the ring last night, it would be awesome.
It'd be fun.
And then someone breaks the spell or something, and then they attack Bray and Matt or something.
Something with Drew. It'll be, but they're not faces. That's the problem.
Who?
Drew and Dolph.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying.
But they should be the successors to
Dude, Bray and Matt
title.
should be heels.
Yeah.
They could do so much with that creepy ass delete gimmick.
They should be literally anything right now.
Matt Hardy was a heel in TNA
and
when he started blowing this whole thing up.
I know, and that's when it worked the best.
Right.
It's just this whole thing, and it's not really his fault either.
No.
This whole thing with the delete and all that, it hasn't been working in the WWE, which is bizarre to me because in TNA, that was the most over thing TNA's ever seen. So I don't know. It's just a weird limbo right now.
Yeah, they just got to figure something out. They need to put more time in them. They're your fucking tag team champs, motherfuckers.
That's what I'm saying. They're doing nothing with them. We talked a little bit about Bobby Roode losing to Kevin Owens.
Yeah,
that's that. You're probably right about what's going to happen, and I hope you're right. Drew McIntyre versus Chad Gable. It was basically just a one-sided Drew McIntyre kicked the shit out of Chad Gable thing.
Drew McIntyre's got to become Universal Champ this year.
I hope so.
It's got to happen.
Maybe not this year.
He's got to, man. He's He's better looking than anybody else on the roster. He's more in shape than anybody else on the roster. He's tall. He's got long hair. He's sweaty. All the things Vince likes.
Yeah.
He's jacked. And he's got a badass theme song.
Yeah.
A lot of the people nowadays, that's what you need. You know what I mean? You need an entrance. You need all that. He's got the look. He's got everything. He can go in the ring. And I got to be honest, he cut some of my favorite promos.
He's great. And here's the thing, though. I don't want to see him and Dolph split up exactly. But if you have Dolph as kind of a manager, because Dolph would be great in a managerial role. We haven't really seen that. As far as I can remember, he's had the managers, but have him slip into a managerial role for Drew and just have them dominate. He needs to take that. You're right. He needs to take that title off Brock, but I don't think it'll be Brock he takes it off.
Oh, I don't either. That's why I said this year. I just see big things for him. He's got everything that Vince likes.
Maybe at Mania. Maybe. But that'd be next year.
Personally, he's my favorite story, just overall as a human.
As a human.
Yeah, everything that he went through to come back, and now look at him. He really put his shit together.
I guess we can talk about the women's gauntlet match now.
I didn't enjoy it.
I didn't either.
Sasha obviously won because
the finish was ass. It was
she re-signed the same day, so that's kind of the way they do
That's what
things.
They do, apparently. Yeah. So
Ruby Riott had the best showing of the whole thing. Other than that, the quick roll up, it wasn't great. It wasn't a great gauntlet match.
Ruby Riott had the best showing, though. That just makes sense to me when you say it, and I agree, obviously. Why isn't she in the match then?
Yeah, I don't know.
No Bailey. Like, they didn't have anything between Bailey and Sasha.
I know.
So that's dead. Like, that's gone, apparently. And now Sasha, for apparently no reason. Like, there's no reason for her to be in that match, in my opinion.
She's going to do some cool shit. That's why.
Sure, so would Ruby Riott. So would Liv Morgan, Sarah Logan. Obviously, Ruby's the best choice out of the three.
Yeah, you had me up until you said the other two.
Obviously.
I like them, too, but...
Obviously, she's the right choice.
Yes.
She's the best wrestler out of the three. But... that adds more character with the two other ones. they could do something in that match.
You said yourself though, Sasha's great in the ring, even though you're not a fan of her character.
I know, but
That's why she's there.
But I think this is still the wrong choice. Even if I was a Sasha guy, I think this is the wrong choice. Where Ruby has been putting on, obviously Sasha has had her time. Ruby has been putting on great matches every match she's been in. I feel like it just would have been a better opportunity to put a younger talent in there.
Yeah, they steered clear of that.
100%, except for Ember Moon.
Right,
That's
yeah.
it. And she wasn't even on the show.
Right.
I think, did she even have like an iPhone promo or anything?
Dude, I tune the fuck out when those
I know,
things
those
come
are
on.
pretty brutal. But yeah, no, it was just, I don't know. Raw was weird. And that's the best way to describe it. And that's not a good thing.
I gotta say, I'm happy Sasha's in it. For a match, out of all the girls they had there, I think she's going to be the best participant if you're looking for things to do in that match.
There's
think about
also-
the other names that are in there. She has chemistry with a lot of them.
I agree, and I don't think it's going to be bad. I don't think the match itself is going to be bad at all. But there's one heel. If you don't count Lana as a heel, there's one heel.
Yeah.
That's not okay, in my opinion. Ruby's a heel.
Sasha's kind of heel.
Yeah,
She's been tweening.
yes and no, but you know what I mean. There's one true heel in it, and it's Alexa Bliss. That's it.
Yeah.
And even then, she gets a huge crowd reaction as a face.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Lana, I guess, is technically a heel still, but yeah, no, it's just weird booking for me.
They book her as a face though, which is
Who,
weird.
Lana?
Yeah.
They book all of them as a face, but they kind of booked him as a heel. It was weird. It's a weird thing. Let's get on to the show that was actually good.
SmackDown.
Yup, again.
Yeah.
For it's been months or a month and a half since the shakeup or whatever. And it's quality every single week. I'm excited to see it every week. Whereas Raw, I'm like, it happened.
I'll say this. Like I said earlier, very happy with the Big Cass thing. I also called it that I'm pretty sure he only tweaked his leg.
Yeah.
I didn't want to break news, but
Who knows? I mean,
a
it's
lot of
tough
people
with
were
that
saying
kind of
he was
stuff.
going to go get another surgery.
And that's what I heard,
I
too.
had a little inside source.
I'm sure you did.
And either way, when he came out, even me saying this, I thought it was his most entertaining segment for me was what he said. The shrimp blimp thing was funny.
I loved it.
I will say this, though. When he got added to the match, I was disappointed. I was really looking forward to Samoa Joe, Daniel Bryan, the chemistry that those two guys could have, the match that they could have. And then you throw this guy in, and I was disappointed at that, even though it was his best showing for me personally.
100%. I agree. And as soon as he was like, I am cleared, like all that, it was a great promo. Okay, it wasn't great. It was
good. It was great for him.
It was great for him. It was good in general, in my opinion. And like you said, it was his best showing. As soon as he said, "Oh yeah, I am cleared," and then smacked the shit out of Joe or whatever, I knew he was going to be put in that match.
Too, yeah.
It was like a no-brainer at that point. And we'll get to the match later, but it ended up being all right. So it was fun.
I thought it could have been great though. Like that's where I was disappointed because then you gotta carry him. You know what I mean? He's not
agree.
gonna be someone that.
I don't think this is the last time we see Joe versus Brian anyway. If
No,
they stay
I know,
on the main roster,
but they hype me up all week for a singles match between
well, that's
those
what
two.
they do.
Yeah, but sometimes they deliver that
That's
shit
true.
when they hype it up that much. Because either way, I thought Joe was winning. Even when they declared it a triple threat, I
Me
thought
too.
Joe was winning. It's just the right guy.
I feel like the star of this first opening promo though was Joe.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
he came out, no words, set up the ladder, climbed the ladder, and grabbed the briefcase, and then cut a fucking awesome promo.
Mm-hmm.
It was really great. And I think I've said this before, but he's one of the best talkers in the business right now, and he's just so much fun to watch, and I can't wait to see him in the Money in the Bank. Spoiler alert.
He should be like his
Something?
character. No, his character should be what they were striving for with Bobby Lashley. That's where they missed the mark with
Yep.
him. They made him kind of funny and Joe is just a badass, dude.
He's a badass, and he's a
good
straight
guy.
shooter.
He's a bad guy. It doesn't fucking matter.
No, he's
even when
directly in the middle.
When Cass was cutting his promo, Joe just had his arms crossed, standing behind Brian. He could have taken a cheap shot if he was a real heel. You know what I mean?
I mean, the only kind of face thing he did was him and Brian kind of gave each other a couple looks when Cass was doing his shit.
Right.
But that's
But I'm
not a
just saying,
face thing.
He's not
either.
a face. He's not a heel. He's literally just
He's
an
right in the
ass
middle.
kicker.
He's right in the middle. Yeah. And even they could even do this with Roman. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't.
They could do this with KO. I love Kevin Owens' gimmick, but even when he first came up from NXT, this was him.
Yeah.
He was just a badass, talked a lot of shit, and whooped ass in the ring.
Yeah, it was a great promo. Everyone had a good showing in this first opening.
Yeah.
In this opening segment. Then we went to backstage. Shinsuke Nakamura. He has got the countdown
yeah.
signs, and then he's just ripping them off. Whatever. And then he rips the 10, and that is a problem for a certain perfect 10.
Yeah.
So they have a match
was
because
great,
of
man.
Twitter.
Yeah.
And it was fun.
Yeah, and
Ty got a real entrance.
Got a good spot too.
I know. It was surprising to me because of how they've booked Ty prior. I swore he would get the jobber entrance and it would last a couple minutes. It was a decently timed match. Like, there was a decent amount of spots going down, and Ty had some offense.
Yeah.
It was fun.
I like it. I like Shinsuke taunting him and then Ty doing Shinsuke's taunt. I thought it was a good match. It was great storytelling. I was into the match.
Exactly, and I believed Ty. Obviously, Ty wasn't gonna win, but they did a good job of making me believe he could.
Yeah. Hey man, it's showing. He was on TV
Yeah.
in a prominent spot. I believe it was the first match, was it not?
Yeah, it was the first actual match.
It was a good spot, man. I was hyped for it. I got to be honest with you. Like we've always said, he's a great hand. He's just he's saddled with. They think he's just the gimmick.
Well, I hope this shows them that he can put on good matches, and he's got personality because he told a good story in the ring too. Like you said, with the taunt and everything.
He
like,
could
it was
be a
fun.
good Dolph Ziggler type. Not saying championship level.
Well,
but
he could
like,
be an IC champion easy.
Well, I'm saying that's Dolph Ziggler lately, not Dolph Ziggler
Right. Oh,
heavyweight champion
no.
Dolph Ziggler. But I'm saying that could be a good spot for Ty, is like the recent Dolph runs where he's a great hand, he has great matches, and he could get some mid-card titles here and there.
100%. I just hope they feel that way. You know.
He's also comfortable on the mic. He cuts a way better promo than Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, he's fun to watch for sure. I just hope
I don't even hate Bobby Lashley, and I feel like
know.
I'm coming off that way because they've left
No.
such a sour taste in my mouth.
No,
they
Bobby
did
Lashley,
my man wrong.
It's
Is what happened.
It's kind of like Nia. Bobby needs to be booked as a dominant heel. Mm-hmm. Some people just have that look and
He
that
can be
build.
booked as a dominant face, too.
Well, that's true.
Just keep the mic away. Keep the gimmicky shit.
Just have them
fucking
fight
things
heels,
away.
yeah.
You know me, I love storylines, but this is a bad storyline.
It is not good, and I hope after Money in the Bank it's over.
Yeah.
But knowing them, it is not. So
I don't know what they're gonna do because theoretically he should dominate Sammy, but Sammy's been the winner in this whole thing for me personally.
well, that's why
in
he
this
will
feud.
dominate
I
Sammy. So next up, we had a segment that really should have been terrible, and it was the Lana versus Naomi dance off. It should have been really, really bad.
It was just kind of bad.
It was just kind of bad.
Yeah, I
but
liked
like,
it.
was fun. Yeah. Like, it was kind of like, obviously, weird comparison, but it was like the B Team segment. It was a segment that didn't need to exist.
Was it?
But it was fun.
Was it this way for you though? Like
What?
Naomi and Lana obviously were the spotlight, but
Yeah.
were you just watching the Usos and Rusev Day basically in the background?
Yes,
they
I was.
stole it for me.
Well,
like the faces, the fucking.
Well,
shit.
because in real, like, Lana and Naomi are both good at speaking, usually.
Yeah.
But those four are the highlight. Like, that's the thing. They are the personalities of what is hopefully going to be a somewhat decent feud.
I gotta say, man, everything that's wrong with Raw's tag division is right with SmackDown.
100%. And I like that they used the Usos in this segment,
I
too.
agree, yeah.
Because they're not doing anything right now. They lost to whoever. I don't even remember.
Brothers
Well,
a few
yeah, but
times.
they lost a title opportunity match or whatever. Oh, to the
Gallows
club.
and
To the club.
Anderson,
So I'm glad that they're keeping them on TV so people don't forget. They won't forget about them, but so people don't forget about them. And it was just fun to watch. Yeah.
It was decent.
And then Lana turned on Naomi when they were doing a little duet. And it was great.
And Naomi popped her. Fucking something good.
Yeah. Yeah. I am like, so next week what's happening is a mixed tag match with Aiden English and Lana, which is a weird pairing, versus I think Jimmy and Naomi. That's not going to be probably great, but it's weird because Aiden English, we haven't really seen him wrestle much.
He's good, man.
He is good.
Yeah.
But I'm curious to see how Naomi and Lana work together. So that could be interesting.
Aiden English is someone you could be very surprised by, and I feel like if you
100%.
haven't,
It's like Xavier Woods, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, Xavier Woods is 10 times better
Yeah.
in the ring.
I know.
But I'm just saying, Aiden
But he's
English
been
is
surprising
great.
people, I'd
yeah,
say.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was. It was
Let's get
just
to
fun.
that. New
Let's
Day,
do that. Yeah,
Bar
that
and
was,
The Miz.
in my opinion, that was the match of the night.
That was a match of the week.
Yeah, you're right.
I can't name a better one, dude.
It was 100% the match of the week, and that makes sense.
They gave this match so much time.
Yep.
Which made it perfect. They were able to do some false finishes, which people love. But the story they were telling was great. I thought New Day was going to lose like 6 times in that match, and they had me
Yeah.
hooked. I was like, that's believable.
For sure. Yeah, no, anytime these people are involved, it doesn't matter. It's going to be fun. But in this particular case, it was a great match, too.
Mm-hmm. A lot of cool tag team spots too. I liked all of it, man. I liked the Miz and the Bar. Their entrance
Oh my
was
god,
fucking insane.
I have that written down. I'm like, I want the Miz and the Bar to come out together every week. I don't care what the scenario is. Bring them out every week.
They're the new Miz Tourage.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like that'd be a realistic thing. It'd be great. But they're not going to.
I thought this match was just perfectly done, though.
It was so much fun.
It
Yeah.
was excellently done.
And it was good to make the New Day look strong going into whoever they pick for the Money in the Bank. And it didn't really do much to make the other team look weak either. So
this match was in the middle of a SmackDown. Think about how good
know.
that match was, and it was in the middle.
that could have
of
been a main event, easy, no problem.
Of a pay-per-view. That
And
could have been on a pay-per-view.
No one would have even asked questions.
Right.
They would have been like, yeah, this makes sense.
New Day's quietly probably one of the best tag teams of all time. You have to say. I mean, people are sick of their gimmick or whatever, but
I don't get it. I don't understand why people... I mean, okay, I do get it. They've been around a long time now. But I feel like they're reinventing themselves. They're like the Chris Jericho tag teams in a weird way. They don't go away and reinvent themselves. They just do it naturally on screen and build on whatever weird, like the pancakes or the cereal or the fucking ice cream bars, like everything. They just find a way to make it work.
yeah, I mean, they got pancakes over randomly. Like
They have a shirt.
fuck, dude.
They have a shirt
Pancake power,
with
dude.
pancakes. I almost bought one. Because I don't have one.
Stepping on my boy John Laurinaitis people power shirt. That's what they're trying to do.
Yeah, that's it.
see what you're doing.
I'm sure a lot of people would be clamoring
I'm
for
upset.
John Laurinaitis people power shirts. Oh my god. You still never mind. So next up we had Mandy Rose and Asuka. This was a thing.
I thought it was a pretty
was
decent
fine.
match.
Like,
Mandy
it
Rose
doesn't-
kind of surprised me.
It doesn't here's the thing, it doesn't matter. The only reason it happened was because Paige is mad at Mandy and Sonya.
It was just a way to set up to have
A
Carmella come
stare
in the
down.
ring. Yeah.
That was it. It was to set up
looked smoking, by the way.
Yeah, she looked like Mello literally was money because she
Yeah.
looked like $1 million for sure. That's a good look, and we talked about it earlier too. But yeah, no, you're right. Mandy Rose did have a good showing against Asuka of all people, that's impressive no matter who you are.
Well, the reason why I was impressed too is because Asuka comes with it, man, and Mandy Rose was able to take it. So props
sure.
to her, man. Her entrance is dope.
Her
She's
entrance
sexy.
is fucking fantastic. I love it, and I shouldn't because it's just weird.
It's just gold dust. But
Yeah, it's Lady Goldust, and that's what she is anyway.
Yeah.
So the main event, we'll get to that. It was what we kind of mentioned it earlier.
Yeah.
It was Big Cass, Samoa Joe, Daniel Bryan. Whoever wins, Money in the Bank. Just fun. Like, I don't have much to talk about with it.
Yeah.
It was just kind of a match that happened, and there were spots that were fun. It went on a good amount. And then Samoa Joe won with a cookie and a clutch. He made Daniel Bryan pass the fuck out.
Yeah.
Which was a great way to finish it, in my opinion.
For sure, Cass was going to take the pin. Or some sort of, I thought he was going to submit or whatever. I was shocked that they let Daniel Bryan do the pass out.
Think they did the right thing because having Cass look weak twice in a row is not a good idea.
Well, he's a weak character, so
I
it makes
know.
sense.
Well,
Like, he
he's
does the chicken shit heel type shit.
I
when he gets
know,
in the-
but having him, I don't know, it just wouldn't, because that would be his third time looking weak in a row, and it wouldn't make sense. Daniel Bryan,
You want to get Big Cass over for me, though, is keep doing that and keep having him come out and talk shit like he didn't do. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get him
right
over.
now, I like Big Cass.
See, I still don't. That
I know.
was his best showing.
I know. But I've liked him for a couple weeks now because it's just shitty. Like,
It's
but
so
now it's
vanilla.
now it's shitty and better.
Yeah,
if that makes any sense. Like, it's the material's still kind of shitty, but he's delivering it a lot better, and I'm enjoying it. So, but yeah,
I give him one. He had one good showing.
sure, that's fine. He's getting better though. You got to admit that.
Yeah, he had one
Okay.
good showing. That's
Yeah,
what
exactly.
I'm saying. He wasn't even good in the match.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
he had no good spots in the match.
He was good
He
after.
looks terrible.
He was good after Joe won. He kicked the shit out of Daniel Bryan's face again.
Yeah. Voila!
Yeah. Listen,
It would have been way better if he tapped the fuck out and then beat them up with steel chairs and ran away.
that's true. Good point.
It was funny because he's so tall. He's 7 foot tall. Make him a chicken shit heel.
Hey.
It'd be funny.
Let people enjoy things, okay?
Hey, I do. I'm just saying. He's vanilla. Some people like
He is
vanilla.
super vanilla, but sometimes vanilla's okay. So
guess.
that's pretty much it for the Smackdowns and the Raws, and it was half good, half bad, just like it's been the last couple weeks.
Which was your show of the week, Raw or SmackDown?
Is that a question for real?
Yeah, for you.
SmackDown.
Which was it?
Like it's been SmackDown for like 2 months. It's not even close. I don't know. I just don't. Raw needs to get something together. All they have right now that's fun for me is the B team. That's it.
And Rollins.
Okay, well,
Rollins
yeah.
is tearing it up for
Rollins and Elias. That'll be really fun too. Whenever or whatever they do with it.
me. Instagram questions?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Let's do it, and then we'll get the fuck out of here.
I want to go out of here. Yeah.
Okay.
But I want to do this first.
Mator 1207.
Mm-hmm.
If you had to book the main event of next year's WrestleMania right now, what would it be?
Next year's, as in the next one.
Just
I
book a
assume.
main event to WrestleMania right now.
In my opinion, it's The Miz versus Daniel Bryan for the WWE Championship. And
like
I
it.
don't think that's even... a question in my mind. That feud has been building for 2 years without even doing anything yet. And I would love to see it conclude with one of them standing tall with that big gold belt.
The big gold belt.
Yep.
It is getting bigger.
It looked big.
If I could just book like a fantasy type shit, I'd do cross promotion. I would do AJ Styles versus Seth Rollins. Title versus title.
That'd just be a really good match.
Title versus title. IC and the WWE Championship. It'd be dope.
You're not going to book Drew McIntyre versus Brock Lesnar?
No, but you know what the fucking main event's gonna be? Roman versus Brock.
Roman versus Brock. What, part
In
5
an
or
Ultimate
something?
Falls count anywhere.
Oh my fucking god. I hope that doesn't happen.
Do you think that could be the case, though?
Yep.
How,
100
if
okay.
you had to put a percentage, what is the percentage Roman Reigns main events WrestleMania coming up?
No, actually.
This one coming up.
I actually think it's more likely for like SummerSlam or something. I think
Teddy
they've
main events?
Yeah. I think they've learned, I hope to God they've learned that that's not going to work.
The Rainmaker with 2 extra R's is kind of on point what we're talking about right
The
now.
Rainmaker?
Yeah.
Hey.
Who should be the one to dethrone Lesnar, in your opinion?
To dethrone him or to be kind of his role?
I have no idea why you're making this harder than
Okay.
it is. Who do you think should beat fucking Brock Lesnar?
Braun. For sure.
Braun!
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think... Well, okay. If it was me, I'd pick Rollins just because that's what I'd want to see. But realistically, I want Braun.
Yeah.
Because it just makes the most sense. Rollins has technically beat Brock before. It was kind of it was at the WrestleMania cash-in, but...
Yeah, he beat,
But that's
Roman.
it. Yeah.
He beat Roman.
Yeah, it's got to be Braun. I don't think it's even close.
I'll go with Braun as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think just storyline-wise right now, if I had to pick someone to do it, it makes the most sense. He's the most dominant guy there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, unless you have per se, Finn Balor wins Money in the Bank. If he does a cash-in on Brock, that could work. But
Oh, sure. Anything
I
could
just
work.
think, right, I think Braun's the same thing you said. He's just he's the guy. He's got to be the guy at some point.
In my opinion, any of those top 3 guys on Raw, Braun, Finn, or Rollins, could all realistically make a bid for that title and be, like, it would make sense.
Yeah. King of the Bruiserweights, he asked us, do we feel Mike Kanellis should get a push? And we touched on that kind of last week, but
I'll talk about it. I'll talk about it every week.
We're both in agreement. I mean, we like the
100%.
guy. I even think his gimmick's good, but I think if they switch it up a little bit, it'd be even better. Give him a microphone. That's pretty much what we said last week, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Let him talk.
I stand by that. Give Mike Kanellis a mic. Give him some good TV time. Put him with, I don't know, have him answer the open challenge for Seth.
Yeah.
Something like that, Just give him something, and he definitely deserves it.
And he can more than go in the ring.
We're
so
big
it'd be
Mike
good.
Kanellis guys, so.
02 Simon 08. Are zebras white and black striped or black and white striped?
This is a wrestling podcast.
Doesn't fucking matter. These are my favorite kind of questions. I'll answer it. Depends on what kind of hood he's in. If he's in fucking Compton, he's black and white. If he's in
Jesus.
Alabama, he's white and black.
Jesus Christ, you're about to get canceled on ABC.
That wasn't even racist. That's fitting in. That's what you got to do nowadays. You got to follow what the trends are.
He's equally both.
That's a fucking cop out.
That's what I do.
How long? All right, from SHKO_81. How long will Okada be the champ? You don't follow New Japan too much, so I could take this one.
I mean, he's been champ a while, right? He's the guy that beats the shit out of the belt, right?
no, that's
which
NATO.
one? Oh, no, yeah, you're right.
Let me take this so you don't sound stupid.
Yeah, I'll sound stupid all I don't care.
If Okada doesn't lose to Kenny Omega in their 2 out of 3 falls match, I believe it's Dominion, I don't see him losing for a long time to come. So I think it's Omega or bust, and that's just because their storyline has been so fun to watch. And
Which one was Kenny Omega in a tag team with?
Ibushi.
Oh, okay. So just a bunch of Asian men.
Yeah, it's New Japan.
I know, but there's a bunch of white dudes too.
There's a lot
There's
more
a ton.
Asian than white
There's a
dudes.
ton of white guys in there.
Oh, they cross promote with ROH
Yeah, you're right.
and shit, man. So
I like that guy, the Golden Lovers guy.
Ibushi and
Yeah,
Omega.
yeah, I like them.
But yeah, I would say, like I said, Omega's the best shot. Otherwise, I don't see anybody coming out of left field. Him and Nato always have good matches too, though, so I wouldn't mind seeing that. That's the guy that beats the shit out of their IC belt.
I like that guy too.
Do you think AOP from DBAS 1997? Do you think AOP or Sanity can recover after already kind of being deemed useless on the main roster?
Sanity, we don't know yet.
They're basically useless. They haven't done anything.
I
with them
agree,
yet.
but Sanity, technically, we don't know yet.
I think they're both recoverable.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
But Sanity, again, AOP, that's going to be a little tougher because they've been on TV for like a second. Sanity hasn't yet, which is weird, and they're probably going to debut at, maybe during this tag team thing. Because they're going to be on, oh no, that's on Raw. Shit. God damn it. Never mind. I have no idea what they're going to do with Sanity.
Andy with an I. Are you above ground or in-ground pool guys? And can you please compare one female and one male superstar to each body of water?
Wait, what? Okay.
See, these are my favorite questions. And he kind of tied it in with wrestling.
Yeah, no, I like that part.
I own a house, so I'm an above-ground pool guy because it's easier to take care of and less costly than an in-ground pool.
That makes sense. I would definitely choose in-ground pool because I'm a sophisticated gentleman, and I feel like it's just more enclosed because it is, and I feel safer, you know?
Yeah, you need a fence, though. It's insurance, dude.
That's fair.
Yeah, it's a lot
And now we
of
have to
money.
compare them to wrestlers?
Yeah, so who would your above-ground... All right, one female, one male.
So yours... Wait, oh, okay.
All right, so an in-ground pool's got to be...
I thought in-ground was me.
It doesn't matter.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
going in-ground pool's got to be Kane because he always comes up from underneath the ring. Am I right? Come on.
sure.
I'm just this is off the cuff here. I mean, this is a funny question. Above ground got to be. Oh, I'm not saying that joke. That's a bad joke. I'll go with.
Oh, boy.
What are you gonna go with?
I don't have an answer, so I'm curious on what you had.
I'll go RVD. He's up high.
He's high,
I'll
yeah.
say that.
That's fine.
Yeah,
That's
the
way
best
better.
way to go.
That's way better than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, I can't go off the cuff.
I thought you were gonna say
people
something
Yeah,
terrible.
shut up. I was. Thank you for that question. It was very good.
I like the
Jojo
terrible.
Allen. What direction do you see them going with Daniel Bryan? And will he ever win another title?
Yeah,
I agree.
I think so.
I think after the cast thing, they got to be going with Miz. It's got to be where it's headed.
I hope so. That's. I mean,
They're holding off for SummerSlam.
I literally just touched on that, but yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure he's gonna have some sort of title run, whether it be a mid-card title first or not. He's definitely gonna have something.
The Big Dog 420_. Who do you have winning the street fight between Johnny Wrestling versus Tommaso?
Is that what's happening? I missed that,
God damn it! How do you do a wrestling podcast,
dude. I don't know.
You get mad about the questions that aren't about wrestling.
I tell you, man, I phone it in a lot.
Yeah, you're phoning it in.
Hey, if I can fake it though,
I'm going Ciampa.
me too.
I just think it's you know
'Cause Johnny won the
had
last
his
one.
moment. Yeah,
Johnny won
he
the
had
last
his moment, and Tommaso's way funner for me. Like,
Well, he also has the bigger, like the higher ceiling in NXT. I
As a
think,
heel, yeah.
as a heel, because Johnny should be coming up probably soon.
you got to
after-
keep beating the shit out of Johnny. That's his character.
That's
his
true though.
gimmick.
Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be weird. Maybe they'll come up at the same time. Something like that. Something interesting. Carry it over to main roster.
Light bulbs, WES at the end of that. Has Michael Cole's commentary ever hindered some talents from getting over?
Probably because Vince is telling him what to say.
How much responsibility does commentary have on getting talents over?
Eh,
I can tell you this: when JR was commentating, he got a lot of guys over with
Yeah.
his inflection, with
Yeah.
how he delivered. He named a lot of the guys on the spot. I mean, shit like that. I mean, he got Austin over with.
You know what? Jerry
Stone
the King,
Cold.
Jerry
Stone
the King
Cold.
Lawler got puppies over.
Yeah,
That was great.
Do I think Michael Cole's hindered anybody? Not really. I
Not-
think some of the people he shits on, it's part of the storyline.
I don't think it's his fault either. I
Right.
think Vince is feeding him a lot.
I mean, I actually think Michael Cole's pretty good. I mean, I never notice him, so that means he's doing a good job.
He's no Corey Graves, but let's get real.
He doesn't stand out, which is a good and a bad thing.
I think my favorite commentary team right now is SmackDown. Just because they are all friends and you can tell.
Dude, Corey Graves dropping lines about how hot Mandy Rose is while Carmella's sitting right next
she's
to him.
pissed.
Yeah, that was some funny shit, dude.
Corey Graves is, like, on a weekly basis, my favorite part of the shows.
Chaskins 1390.
Bless
Did
you.
Hogan use steroids? I'll be listening. Yeah.
Sure?
Yeah, I think
I would assume so.
I gotta be honest, man. 80% of the guys that are on the roster have used steroids, and they're just
Yeah.
never gonna talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, what? That's a weird question.
I liked it.
I guess.
Well, my picture was of Hogan when I
Oh,
posted the question.
That
thing.
makes sense.
So Angle said Owens can't celebrate Memorial Day. You're Canadian.
That made me laugh.
It's
I forgot about
racist
that.
against Canadians from RK.
Oh, absolutely. He's Mr. America, so yeah, of course.
Yeah.
He hates Canada.
Look, man, I'm not one to. I don't care. I let people talk. I think
That was
everything's
really
funny.
funny.
Yeah, it was funny.
That's
as long
what it
as
was
there's no
for.
hate in it. It's
No.
funny.
And-
I knew people were gonna. I mean, this. I'm not saying they took offense
Right.
to it, but I'm saying I knew
for
certain people
sure.
were gonna take offense to that, and it's like, stop getting offended, everybody.
And
Live
that
your
of all
fucking life.
that of all things was on the Hulu broadcast.
Was it really?
Yeah, I
I'm
don't-
surprised,
Weird.
dude. All right. Will Miz and Dolph ever be champ again? From Vincent Tooley 33.
Miz, yes. Dolph, no. And I think we have had the Dolph question
Yep.
before. But yeah, Miz will be, I think,
I'm with
before
you.
the end of his career. I hope.
I think he's gonna be WWE champion.
Me too. That's what I'm saying, yeah.
He's pretty. I mean, if Shinsuke doesn't do it with AJ, he'd be my next. He's the best heel. I mean,
Came
he
to
really
play,
is.
man. He came to play.
Is there a better heel than him?
Then Miz?
Miz,
Other
yeah.
than AJ? I mean, other than Shinsuke? Actually, I think he's above Shinsuke, honestly. No, there's not.
Cringy ranter _ Who do you think deserves the Money in the Bank briefcase and why? He didn't specify men or women, so you want to do one of each. Who do you think deserves it? I'm not saying who do you think's going to win it.
Well, what if my answer's both?
Both what?
Both the winner and the...
Why are you confusing me? It's the
not,
fucking
that's
question,
not
guy.
confusing. You're just slow.
Who do I think deserves it? Braun.
Sure.
Women? Lana.
I agree with that. I agree with that. But mine for the men is the Miz.
That's a good one.
I
Man.
feel like, and we just talked about it, so I feel like he's definitely the most deserving in that match. But there's a lot of great talent for sure.
Yeah, again, I just always pick Braun for that shit.
Right.
And as far as the women's side, who do I think deserves it?
You didn't say Lana?
I did say Lana, but I was kind of joking.
I think Lana... No, she doesn't.
Deserving-wise...
Becky.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a huge Becky
I think
Lynch
Becky's
guy.
my pick for deserving because almost everyone else in that match has had... I mean, she's been SmackDown Women's Champion, but everyone in that match has had opportunity otherwise, other than, like,
Recently.
Ember Moon and, like... But everyone else has. Yeah, except for Lana. But Lana's not gonna win. They're gonna tease that. I promise you they're gonna fucking tease that real good.
What do you think, Aiden English fucking pulling a
No.
Chinsworth?
No.
Going
They
up
will
and grabbing
not-
that sumbitch?
They will not fucking do... They might tease that, but they will not fucking do that again.
Come
No
on, WWE.
way.
How big are your balls in this fucking awful era of
They don't
Twitter?
have the great balls of
People
fire
cry
right now.
about everything. Make
They don't
another
have-
man grab the woman's briefcase.
They don't have the great balls of fire.
You don't think that would be great?
Oh, no, I do. I liked it the first time. They will not do it again. No way.
All right, guys, that's pretty much it. But
Yeah,
let's end on
that's
this
it.
last question.
Okay, one more.
Cal Gore official. I am from
Like Al
India.
Gore?
Shut the fuck up! I am from India. Please tell me how I can access your podcast. Well, type in Still Real After Party wherever you get your podcast. We're pretty much everywhere. You can follow us on Instagram at StillReal2Us. You can follow us on the TWITTAH at StillRealAP. We have a Patreon. If you want to be a guest on our show, go to patreon.com/StillRealAfterParty. Spreadshirts.com/shop something Still Real After Party. We have some weird shirts.
What a plug.
I nailed it up until the Spreadshirt because
I'd
it's a
say so.
ridiculous fucking
It's
name.
shop.spreadshirt.com/stillrealafterparty.
See, it's a tough one, man.
It can be.
Either way, I am at Zanca Comedy on Instagram. You are?
I'm at that Travers Kid on Twitter and at that Travers Kid _SRAP on Instagram.
And again, guys, please subscribe and, rate our podcast and all that. Tell your friends. And we'll be back next week with some fun fucking shit. I didn't know where I was going with that.
Fun fucking shit coming to a podcast near you.
Nailed it.
I'd say so.
So, now that we're done with the podcast,
Okay, yeah.
how do you feel about, how hot the middle sister for Bobby Lashley's sisters was?
She had a big, really hairy mustache.
Yeah.
It was pretty sexy.
It was nice.
Shit.
What?
Happy Rusev Day.
Peace, love, and leg drops.